Dividing by 10. Easy when you know how, an essential skill. Let's see how it goes. First of all, let's have a bit of revision. What happens when we multiply by 10? Well, we add a 0. That's an easy phrase, we all know that. 12 times 10 is equal to 120. We've just added a 0. But if we look at it a different way, think of 12 as 12.0. Then times 10 moves the decimal point to the right. 12.0 times 10, we just move the decimal point to the right and we get 120. Okay, maybe that's useful, maybe not. Let's see. Times 10. Times 10 moves the decimal point to the right. 1,234 times 10, we will add a decimal point and still times by 10. And now we will move that to the right and we get 12,340. It is the same as adding a 0, but a bit more interesting when it's a decimal. Here we have 12.34 times 10. Now, unfortunately, we've got a decimal place and we're just going to move it to the right and we get 123.4. We're not adding a 0 in this case. We are merely moving the decimal point to the right. Guess what? If timesing by 10 moves the decimal point to the right, dividing by 10 moves the decimal point to the left. Let's just see that in action. 1,234 divided by 10. We will just add a decimal point here to make it easy. And now we're going to move the decimal point to the left. And that gives us 123.4. If we've got a decimal, well, there's already a decimal point there. So 12.34 divided by 10, we'll just move that decimal point and we get 1.234. This is an essential skill for when you're doing papers which don't allow you to use a calculator. So now here's your opportunity to demonstrate your skills. I'll give you the answers in a moment. Hope you did well. Here we go. 140 times 10. Imagine a decimal point or not. We'll just add 0 to that one. That's an easy one. Here we've got a decimal point and we're multiplying by 10. We will move the decimal point one place to the right and that'll give us 10.5. And here we've got 12.12. We're going to move the decimal point this way. Be careful. 121.2. Now, dividing by 10, a bit more imagination needed now. We are going to put in a decimal point here and move it to the left. So that gives us 8. Here we've got a decimal point. We're just going to move it one place to the left. We get 0.25. And 45, we're going to add a decimal point here and move it one place to the left. 4.5. Easy when you know how. We've taken something that's quite tricky, doing 10 times and dividing by 10 if you haven't got a calculator. And I hope you agree with me that we've made it easy. Why not subscribe, whether you've enjoyed this or not?